He also talks about that there are three types of mind. He uses the analogy of building. The first floor is called as conscious mind, which is more of instinctive mind, animal-like, the monkey mind, who likes to jump from one place to another. The second floor is the subconscious mind, which is more intellectual, stores all the data information. And the third floor is superconscious mind, which is instinctive, spiritual. Now, I wish he would have used some different words for this because subconscious mind, conscious mind are used differently in other books. So let's not give too much of importance to the names or the words conscious, subconscious, and superconscious. I would, to simplify things, I would suggest that the animal-like mind, which is the first floor, the second is the intellectual mind, the second floor, and third is the instinctive or spiritual mind, which is the third floor. But again, this is philosophy, and nobody understands when there are abstract ideas or concepts, right? We need metaphors to understand the concepts. So we always remember metaphors and not the core idea. Uh, to explain these three floors of mind, um, Dandapani went to, he was invited for a talk and there was a breakfast invitation. So he reached the buffet 30 minutes prior and sat at the corner and was observing people who were taking plates and food from the breakfast table. Now the people who just rushed and filled up their plate with all sorts of foods, जो भी मिल रहा है सब डाल रहे हैं like an animal, without thinking, they are basically acting on their first floor, the conscious mind, the instinctive mind or the animal-like mind. There is no thought. They fall prey to the beautiful, colorful food and the dopamine that gets generated in their mind. So that's kind of the animal-like mind or the conscious mind. The second floor mind, he says, that group of people who just ask questions to the waiter, to the chef. Okay, is it gluten free? So how much sugar does this have? All right. So is this too sweet? Or is it made in is this your local specialty, or it's from where do you buy? Is it organic vegetables? So questions are intellectual questions, and hence this mind is called intellectual mind, the second floor. And the third, the spiritual or the intuitive mind, is where if the person says that he picks up only some two items, maybe an apple or a banana in his plate, and says that no, I had a very heavy dinner last night. And so I'm not going to have this. I'm not going to fall prey to these attractions. This is the spiritual mind, the third floor. And the author says that the more time we think from the third mind, the better decisions we take. All right. The super conscious mind, where we do everything amazingly with consciousness, right? Where he busts the myth of multitasking. Even I thought that multitasking means doing many things at a time, right? Now, what he says is, if you're doing activity A, even for 3 minutes, and then consciously shift your focus from activity A to activity B, then that is not multitasking. You're consciously shifting your focus, right? For example, I'm reading a book. My target was to read 3 pages. And then as per the plan, I'm done with my 3 pages. I close the book and then check my WhatsApp. That's not multitasking. But if I'm reading a book, all right, and a ting happens on my mobile, and that activity B takes away my focus from activity A, that is multitasking. What a wonderful example he gives, where some activity B forces us, takes our focus from activity A, is multitasking. Now, sometimes it is not necessary that the thing happens. It's only in my mind that, oh ना वो कल मैंने उसको I love you भेजा था, उसका reply आया क्या, check करूँ क्या मैं? And then while reading the book, I'm to get curious to check whether I got a reply for last night's message from my friend. That is also multitasking. And so try to live in the third floor of your mind, that is super conscious.